Hello, everyone. This is Long Play Gaming. My name is Tim,
My name is Matt.
and today we are going to play Rockman 2. Well, Matt plays, I just commentate.
Yep, one of my favorite games from the year 20X.
Well, are we in? We're past 20X.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. So this is the Famicom version of Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is my absolute favorite NES game of all time. So if you played it for the NES, you know that there was two difficulty settings. There was a normal and a hard.
Yep.
This version is just the difficult version of it.
Okay.
It plays almost identical to Mega Man 2, other than the difficulty, and there's a few
Little pieces to it.
few little pieces that I'll show you when they come up.
So, still same rock, paper, scissors kind of game mechanics to it.
Yep, you're gonna
try and beat it.
8 robot masters to start, and they all have strengths and weaknesses to various weapons. So yeah, knowing the path is key.
I always love the Famicom games when 90% of it is in English, except for the instructions.
Yeah, it's like almost like faux Japanese.
Yeah.
So this screen is all in English, but any of the script that you go through, you'll see
Is all in Japanese.
Yeah, it's all in Japanese.
I wonder if that was always a programming thing or something. So you're starting with Airman.
Yep.
This is always who I start with in Mega Man 2.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones you can start with. I've always found that Airman's the easiest one to start with. Unfortunately, you're not going to get like the Metal Blade until later on in the game, and obviously like that's the best weapon to have.
Yeah.
And you'll see why once we get there. So Airman, you're taking place in the air. So the stage is pretty much just one big pitfall. Lots of platforming.
It's pure platforming at its best.
Yeah. So the thing about the difficulty setting is there isn't like any more enemies, but most of the enemies are going to take a lot more hits.
Okay.
In order to defeat.
I always love this. This is a good like foreground, background piece to a good NES game. You don't get a lot of foreground stuff in NES.
No, typically not. Yeah, it definitely adds a little bit of challenge to the platforming, because you're gonna, a lot of it's blind. Like this right here, this cloud. You don't know that you're dropping screens here. So we got past the toothpaste dispensers. This section's more like the beginning of the stage. Obviously, those horns coming up you're gonna take damage for, so you're gonna want to avoid them. Just clearing the stage, making sure to get to the platform safely.
These are like kind of mini looking bosses in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fan guys.
Faces in the platforms. Everybody's favorite Mega Man 2 enemy, the bird that dropped the eggs. I think if you're in a section where they're at, they'll spawn every 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So if you can kind of keep that in the back of your mind, when the next one's coming, you can kind of prepare for it.
So you said this is your favorite of the Mega Man games. Do you prefer this or Mega Man? Do you prefer the Rockman 2 or the Mega Man? Where are you going to play them?
Depends on my mood. I've played both of them pretty much my entire life, so just getting through the game isn't really tough for me at this point. Yeah, I think they're interchangeable.
Well, overall, this series, this is one of my favorite series. I mean, this and Castlevania, I think I've spoken enough about Castlevania that we all know that's probably my favorite. But Mega Man's right up there with it. I think they're two very parallel series. This one obviously has a lot more titles in it.
Yeah, they're classics on the NES. They're extremely challenging.
And fair though, because I like these also give you kind of unlimited continues and stuff like that too.
If you fuck up, like, it's your fault.
Yeah, but you just start the stage over again. You're not starting back from square one.
Exactly, and this one and I think Castlevania both have password systems built into them.
Yeah.
So you can even pick up where you left off at a later time. So this is one of the differences between Mega Man 2 and Rockman 2 is this boss is actually Clash Man
Okay.
in Rockman 2, and in the Mega Man 2 version he is Crash Man.
Sounds like some like English.
A little bit, yeah. I did something at the beginning of the stage too, but I do it again later on. I'll point out when we get there. It's just a fun thing that you can do.
So this one in the grand scheme of Mega Man series, Buster Cannon still can't be charged, right?
Right. The charge shot doesn't come into play until I think Mega Man 4.
Okay.
And then 4, 5, and 6 it's more prevalent. So this game's gonna be pretty mash heavy.
Okay.
When you're using your Mega Buster.
Same with you don't have run in any of this stuff yet.
No slide technique.
Yep.
It's pretty much the same mechanics as the first game.
Okay.
There's a little bit. I think the weapons are better in this one. The stage layout's better. It's a little more fair.
Yeah, the first one's tough. The first one I always start with Gutsman, and it's very hard for me to beat Gutsman. I should not start with Gutsman, but
No, you start with Bomb Man.
every magazine I feel tells you to start with Gutsman, and it's a very hard stage.
Yeah, the only thing that is better about the first game is having the pause glitch.
Okay.
It seems to have been fixed in this one. So there's a broken mechanic in the first Mega Man game where if you fire a projectile and you continuously pause and unpause the game, it pretty much erases the invincibility frames of the enemy. So the same shot will just deplete the life bar.
Oh, okay.
By just hitting pause and unpause. So that's a broken aspect of that game. That makes that game a lot easier
If you use the pause glitch.
use the pause glitch, yeah. I don't think I've ever beaten it without using the pause glitch.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever beaten it. Period.
They've definitely toned down the challenge to a little bit more fair in this version to where the pause glitch isn't needed.
Yeah, I've beaten this one in maybe 6. There's not a lot of titles in this series that I think I've made it all the way through. I put a good dent in Wily Wars, but I ended up using a code to just kind of get through the Wily Wars part to it, which is always a fun way to kind of play these games too.
Yeah, plus this one introduces energy tanks. And there's some more supplemental abilities. Your item 1, your item 2, your item 3. Alright, so we're coming into Clash Man, who is weak to the air shooter. This guy is extremely difficult if you don't have this weapon. He bounces all over the screen. He drops these, I guess they'd be Clash Bombs in this one as opposed to Crash Bombs.
Yeah.
But I think 3 hits with the air shooter and
versus probably what, 8 or 9 hits.
These matter. Yep.
Yeah. Flashman.
Yep, going into Flashman. Flashman stage is interesting. It's all ice physics.
Well, it's only because he gets arrested at the end of the stage. What do you want? I'm Flashman. Come on.
Yep, so this is kind of like a maze area. Depending on how you go through it, you can pick up some power-ups. The barriers you can destroy using the flash bomb, I guess it would be. I'm using item 2 kind of in a way that you would use item 1 to get up to this top portion, and then there's an extra life up here. Same thing from here. I'm just basically...
Do you start with item 2 and item 1 in this?
Nope. So defeating Airman will give you item 2. Defeating Flashman will give you item 3.
Okay.
And defeating Heatman will give you item 1.
Okay.
So taking this top path takes out fighting this guy, which he's
avoid it if you can. Yeah.
So break this barrier. Again, I'm using item 2 as just a platform to get over to here. Get a little bit of a item refill. Again, avoiding the toothpaste dispensers so you don't have to worry about taking damage there. And it drops you on this platform to where you can avoid
him again.
Yeah, another guy in the ATST from Star Wars. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The walker with the 2 legs.
Yep. The chicken walkers, the ATS. All-terrain scout. Scout troops.
Sure.
And the AT-ATs are all-trained armor tank. No, T is tank.
Okay.
Yeah, all-terrain scout tank and all-terrain armored tank.
But AT-AT is also just Imperial Walker.
Yeah.
The term gets used interchangeably.
But that's, they kind of use them interchangeably. I only remember because I had the, like when you would buy the toys, they give you the blueprints.
Okay.
And like it would explain what they actually stood for.
I see.
So I don't know if they just like nicknamed them the Imperial Walkers or anything. But I remember my friend had that and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's what that actually stands for.
Yeah. So Flashman's weak to the Clash Bomb. You gotta kinda time.
That's always a tough one. The bomb ones I found in all Mega Mans, even in the newest Mega Man 11, trying to time those bombs right makes it difficult.
Yeah,
there's that delay.
There's a delay of when it detonates. And okay, so if you hold A and B, when you stage select, the stars in the background will turn into the birds that drop eggs.
Oh, that's a fun thing to do.
Yeah. And you can do that on any screen that you're choosing a Robot Master. So this is Quick Man. This is the stage that gave every child nightmares.
It's not a quick stage.
No. It's because of this right here. These lasers are a one-hit kill.
Yep. They put this in 11 also. I think they put it in probably every game after this.
It's a great environmental hazard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is nerve-wracking unless, like, you know...
They even put it in, like, the ABG endgame. That was one of the things that they threw in.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That's a fun one to play through.
Yeah, it looks great. It's got great music.
I think when it comes out to Switch, we might have to do a long play game. I'll get through that one. That'll be a fun one to do.
Cool. Alright, here's the part. Here's the lasers again. Basically, you're just trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Not very much room for error.
I love how they tempt you with the E-Tanks.
Oh yeah, they'll tempt you with E-Tanks extra lives. The good thing is it's there in case, you know, you do fuck up for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So if you gotta go through it again.
I always loved those extra lives. You're like, well, I got it, and I'm using it.
And you just lost it immediately, yeah. So these guys are unavoidable at this point. I just use the air shooter to take out the tank part, and then you can either use the Mega Buster to defeat the driver, or in that case, you just hop over him. So the Time Stopper is an interesting weapon. basically it freezes the screen.
Okay.
And Quickman's the only person it really does damage to, so you can use it to take down, I think, about half of his life, and then you can either use the Mega Buster or the Clash Bomb to finish him off. I find it easier to just use the Mega Buster because, again, trying to
time out the Clash
Bomb to where it detonates to a point where you're actually hitting him. And Quickman's very quick, so he's tough to shoot, and he bounces all over the place. So here's Metal Man, weak to the quick Boomerang.
This was always my favorite stage.
This is a fun stage. It's pretty much conveyor belts the entire way.
Yeah, conveyor belts and like gears. And this reminds me probably the most of a Castlevania stage. I think it's probably why I like it the most.
I think it's because of these crushers right here.
Yeah.
They're very similar. And they won't one-hit kill you, but they're going to take a lot of health.
Can you ride on the top of them?
I don't believe so. I don't think I've ever tried.
Yeah.
Just out of not wanting to get hurt. So this section's good for energy and weapon farming.
Yeah, anytime you got slow moving stuff coming up like this, it's always good to...
Yeah, so you can either run right through it, or, like I said, if you're low on weapon energy, you can... or health. And they'll even drop extra lives, too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So using item 2 here, you can get over to extract this extra life right here.
Nice.
Yeah, so depending on what order you go in, there's different parts of the stages where you can actually get power-ups, depending on if you have the items to do it. This isn't the only path you can take through the game, but I found that this is the most optimal for myself.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how most of the things say on the internet and stuff, too. You have to kind of just suck it up and pick the one that you think you can beat with the Mega Buster to start with, and then you just have to follow wherever you started from there.
I think just not knowing when this game came out, there's just so much trial and error.
Yeah.
Is where the difficulty came into play. That had to be tough too, like if you got halfway through it and then you just got stuck, even using a password.
Well, because also sometimes you just don't know. So even if you have beat one of the Robot Masters, like, you're not going to know until you've tried half of the opposite Robot Masters on them, to see what that weakness is.
It was actually a fun trick with item 2. So you can just walk off of the edge of it, and it's fast enough to where you can't fall off the front of it. So it'll actually just sit there and glitch.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Metal Man's pretty easy with the boomerangs. The conveyor belt will switch back and forth as to the direction it's going, so you just gotta kind of pay attention to that.
Oh, okay. Now you get the M power.
Yeah, Metal Blade is definitely the best weapon to have in the game. It's multi-directional, so you can fire it in
and
8 different directions.
It's probably the one that most are weakest to.
Yeah. And you're not using a lot of weapon energy to use it either.
Yeah. I thought the Robot Masters in this one for a sequel they were a little better too.
Oh, for sure.
This is the one where they really started feeling like the Robot Masters fit their environment a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Mega Man, the first Mega Man wasn't like a very well-received game.
Yeah.
Initially. I think it's grown in popularity over time. But, when it first came out, it wasn't known as even a good game.
Yeah. It was known as a hard game, I think, more than anything else.
Very difficult. Yeah.
But it's one that I liked later on. It's one that I don't think I ever owned as a kid, and I eventually owned them all.
Yeah, I think as a child I owned 2 and 3, which, if 2 is my favorite, 3 is a very close second.
So when it comes to terms of collecting, which is something that I always want to try and bring up on this show, we're playing the Famicom version of this game, and as you can see, it's pretty darn comparable, and there's definitely ways that if you have, say, like a top-loader NES, or any of the number of kind of aftermarket things that'll play NESs right now, there's some stuff that you can convert to be able to use Famicom games on.
Yeah.
I know Honeybee makes one, Hyperkin makes one, there's a whole bunch out there.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I find that the Famicom games are a little cheaper.
In some cases, yes. So take the Mega Man series, for example. If it's a title that didn't get like a large release, like say Mega Man 5, for example, I think is
it's probably the most expensive.
The most expensive in the NES series. Yeah, it will be cheaper. The Rockman 5 version will be cheaper because it's a little bit more common in Japan, whereas Mega Man 5 wasn't as common in the States.
And also, it seems like in Japan you're not getting a lot of necessary collectors like we do in the States. So I know, like, Mega Man 7, you can get for like $30, I think, on Super Famicom versus well over 150, I think, is what it is on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're a collector that is just looking to play original hardware, and you have a means to play the Japanese versions of the games, in a lot of ways, you are gonna save money by importing. Especially the Mega Man X series.
Yeah. That's definitely
X2
one of them.
and X3 are way up there in price for the SNES as opposed to Rockman X2 and X3 on the Super Famicom. So yeah, if you have a means to...
I mean, Mega Man's like probably a $30 NES game is kind of what it looks like it's averaging around. So this is one that you'd save probably about half in the Famicom version. The difficulty is probably double, so...
Yeah, it's a good alternative. I mean, Mega Man 2 is still common enough, I think, to where, most people would go out and just get the NES card as opposed to getting the Famicom version. But for Rockman 5, like, that's a good alternative if you're not looking to complete an NES collection of the Mega Man series.
And I think for playable, this is definitely high on our you should probably worth playing.
I think
this is regarded as one of the best.
If you're an NES fan, this is an absolute must.
Yeah.
NES library.
I'm sure most of our listeners, if they are collectors, are already own this, but it's a good one too.
Oh, for sure.
To throw on there.
So this is Heatman stage. We didn't really talk about Heatman all that much. The lava's going to be obviously a stage hazard. You got to deal with these disappearing blocks, which are, I think, pretty much in every Mega Man game.
Yeah.
Kind of a pain in the ass, especially coming up.
Oh, it was always timing them.
Yeah, for sure, especially when it's over.
Because if you hit the one where you have to like jump, you can jump into the block if you're too late.
Yeah.
This is one where you can pass through the blocks to just kind of jump into them.
Yeah, I've never figured this pattern out, so I just fly over all this shit.
And this is where the Robot Masters are still pretty good. They get kind of lackluster when you get into the later ones. Like this one, there's still like Metal Man, Heat Man. I feel like Mega Man 6, there's like in Heat Man. Where he's just rubbing and grinding against you. Or Tajuki Man or something. There's some weird ones.
Yeah. Yeah, they were still, basic and
fitting their elements. They're in these.
Yeah. Toward the end, like, Tomahawk Man or something like that, like toward the end. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely a reach. I like that Heatman is basically a giant Zippo lighter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they were well designed, too. Like I said, by 6, I think they just threw some shit in the head. Like, what do we have in the office? Stapler Man? Fine.
Ooh!
Likes to keep things organized.
Yeah, there's definitely a few that jumped the shark. Dustman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone's favorite, Woodman.
Yep.
This is the one that you would giggle at when you were a
Brought
kid.
the birds out again for Woodman.
I always liked forest stages in NES. They all look very similar, but they're always really fun to play.
Yeah, this is a good one to end with. At this point, like, you got all your abilities. Kind of just like the icing on the cake before you go to face Dr. Wily.
Yeah, so these games in general were split relatively in half between your Robot Master stages and then your Wily stages.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's kind of how they were throughout the whole series, too.
It would have been fun to just go through this the first time, like, think, like, that's it, and then...
Like, shit, I beat them all. Wow,
surprise,
this
like,
is, yeah.
You still like a whole other half of the game that you gotta go through.
As much as I played Mega Man, it still throws me off. So I'm like, oh shit, I still have a good half of this game to go.
Just that ear-piercing sound when his little UFO comes flying in.
Yeah. Because it's still, there was 6 stages that you're already into this game. That gives you usually like another 5.
Yeah, give or take.
That's added difficulty.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like this particular stage in the game, the graphics feel the most involved, comparatively to like the later ones in the series.
Yeah, they're very, the stages. When you're out in the open, it's very colorful, for sure.
Yeah, very colorful, very rounded edges on stuff, like these little bunny robots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot more of that later on. Very clean.
Coming up to Woodman. These chickens, they'll just jump right over you. You don't even have to engage them.
Well, that's some things with platforming that I think a lot of people try to overwork games a lot in general. There's a lot of enemies that you can just kind of walk past. And if you try and fight everything on screen, that tends to be the downfall of a lot of gaming.
Yeah. It's a good balance of, omission.
Yeah. You have to be disciplined in a lot of these old NES games.
Yep, so using I think it's Atomic Fire is the technical name for the Heatman weapon. You can charge it.
Okay.
And 2 fully charged blasts will take care of Woodman. So there's Wily and his UFO and that ear-piercing sound of it flying around. To remind you that you're not done yet.
I always love the design of this too. It's like spectacular.
The Wily castles are always awesome looking. And then, you can kind of see, what you have left. And the music in them is always fantastic.
Yeah. There's nothing really with that, like, kind of squirrely pattern in Mega Man that you get with a lot of games where you'll see, you say it's like the Medusa heads in Castlevania, where you kind of get that, like, flying up and down pattern a ton.
Mm-hmm.
That one always did me in a lot of the time.
Yeah, I guess the birds that drop the eggs is probably the
closest thing.
Yeah. There's definitely parts where you'll have an enemy that will, basically just follow you, and then their toes shake.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of your damage is going to come. So interesting thing about the Wily stage is your weapon energy will not refill between stages.
Okay.
So you gotta kind of be careful on which items and weapons you're using. So yeah, conservation of your weapon item energy is key. You're gonna come across refills in the stages periodically, so you just gotta kind of.
Will those refills refill any one, or do you have to switch your suit in order to refill that suit?
In the early games, you actually have to go through the menu and choose what you want to refill. It's not like, I think in the later games,
they have specific energy tanks, I think.
Well, either that or like whatever you're lowest on, it'll
refill that one.
Okay. What gets refilled. So avoid the Slinky. You can kill the Slinky with the boomerangs. Quick boomerangs. So this is the first, I think, use of Fatal 1, which is just these
little
platforms that go straight up. And this is the most difficult screen in the game. You just climb past them.
Yeah, because you can't shoot on the ladder, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
But you don't need to. You can just go straight up and they'll never touch you. This is another one of like the most nerve-wracking bosses in the entire game. You can see why it's like that. So this is the boss of the first Wily stage, the dragon. If he touches you, it's a one-hit kill. And then you got these one tile blocks to stand on in order to fight him. Just use a quick boomerang match as fast as you can. Stay up on the top block, because even if you get knocked down, you'll go to the middle one.
Okay.
Falling off.
That's a good tip. Is the Yellow Demon in this one, or is that only one?
Yellow Devil is in the first one and the third one.
Okay, he's in 11 too. I was just like,
okay.
I couldn't remember where he's
classic
from.
series. He makes his next appearance is in the third game.
You can't tell, I've been playing 11 a lot.
Yeah,
it's a fun game.
Again,
Definitely
like
has this feel.
Yellow Devil in the first one is much easier with the pause glitch. Playing in the third game,
It's a pain in the ass in 11 too. You gotta really know that when he starts deteriorating that pattern.
yeah. The pattern that he changes sides of the screen is the exact same in the first game as it is the third game.
And 11, it's the same pattern.
That's kind of cool that
Yeah, I like
they
that
remember
they
to do that. So kind of like
they tried to do little homages in it. I was really, really impressed with the game. If you're a Mega Man fan, that's one that I highly recommend. It's fair.
Another section with drills.
Yeah, I think they're drills.
Yeah. So again, because weapon conservation is key. This is a good place to farm up and fill all your weapons up.
It's nice that they give you a little section to farm.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely comes into play. Being able to use your stuff. It makes this section incredibly slow to get through. There's no time limit.
Yeah, that was always something nice about the game, that they didn't try to throw time. Like, for an already difficult platforming game, I hated when they would throw time limits on it, too. A little patient. That's something we got to
Patience is key for these games.
They would do that in the Game Boy games a lot. Throw time limits on the platformers.
I think at least in Castlevania, I mean, there was a time limit, but like you never got close to.
The only one I ever got close to was the Game Boy one. That actually made that game a little difficult. Short of that, I never ever it was pointless to even have a time limit.
Yeah, I think fighting Dracula, like you can just keep going up and down the stairs and farming up, and
Yeah.
you know, just getting enough like of your item
Yeah.
count up, and then like you'll still have plenty of time to fight Dracula. So this is the boss of the second stage. I don't even know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It just rips off like that. Stops.
That's pretty much what you should do if you don't know what it is. Softly that.
I think they get faster and faster as like more defeat.
I feel like they repeated this kind of boss type level with something else too. I can't remember which game.
Most likely. It's not.
In one of the other Mega Man games, anyways. I've been I got the Legacy collection for Switch, so I've been trying to like tear through a bunch of the older ones just to see what they look like on the HD and everything. They didn't up the graphics like they did in the Wily Wars stuff. Which, have you played those? Those are always really, really fun because they updated all the graphics to like 16-bit graphics for those.
Not with any frequency. I think I might have touched it once or twice.
But the Legacy collection is just, they come out with it probably for every system, I think, at this point. I think I own it for GameCube also, where it's just it's all the Mega Man games up to that point on whatever system.
It's a good option for
Just to play them.
replay those games.
Not have to necessarily hook up your old NES or worry about the games freezing and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes they will have updated graphics, so you get a new looking classic. This is classic for any Mega Man game, is the vertical descent through the spikes.
These are always some of my favorite level designs and plays.
Touching the spikes is a one-hit kill. Cruising right along. It's 12 lives, 4 energy tanks.
Yeah. And almost to the last stage. We got what? 2 more?
Couple more, yep.
1 more?
So this is probably the most intimidating looking boss
Yeah.
in the entire game, but he's a total push.
Just pulls out there and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Hooray, fanfare.
Thanks for playing. Yeah, 2 left. Go.
Yep, so coming into level 4. Interesting mechanics in this stage, so we're going to start seeing some false floors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with obviously like spikes and instant death for any mistake.
We're going to up this up a little bit. Tempting paths in there to try and bring you back to that free guy.
Yep. So there's an example of one of the false floors. I will go. I don't need the lives, but I'm gonna
just take it anyways.
Just take it anyways.
Did you say a free guy or an extra life? What camp are you in on these?
A bonus man.
Bonus man.
Yep, a free man. Extra life is the official answer.
Can you jump back up through the false floor, or you can't?
You're not gonna jump high enough.
Okay.
And it's not super dangerous right now. If you use the bubble lead weapon, it'll show you
where the floor is.
Where the floor is and where it's not.
Okay.
The false floor was right there.
I figured that you've just played this enough that you know where the false floor is on some
You would
of
think, but then I had such difficulty with
that
previous
first one.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just ham it up and be like, I was just showing the audience what that one was.
No. It's just me being old and forgetting. So another one of these cart paths that was similar to on the Clash Man stage. I use the metal blade here just so I can fire in all directions.
Oh, and a little direction changes that you gotta do because of that.
Yeah, it's gonna come into play again in a few screens.
I like when they make them a little bit more like mazes. You have to try and solve
on the fly.
Yeah.
Like you don't really get a second chance at that. The basic enemies in Mega Man look so cool.
Yeah. All well done.
There's like just the giant eyes and right here. I've never attempted to make this jump again. I just use items from this platform. The idea is that cart's gonna come back around and you're gonna have to do almost like a quick jump.
Oh, okay.
Make it to the edge.
Yeah, if you were to run it, like that's one of the things. If you were to run out of any of these items, you're still able to beat the game somehow.
It's gonna be a hell of a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Except for the boss coming up, and you'll see why. It's funny you mentioned that. This is a great game if you're looking to learn how to mash buttons. This is definitely a game that you get a lot of good practice in.
I feel like this would be a good game to try and play with a turbo controller too.
Yeah. Or if you, like I said, you wanted to hone your mash technique. Okay, so this boss, it's basically the danger room.
Okay.
You gotta hit these sensors. The only weapon that will destroy the sensors is the Clash Bomb.
Okay.
And if you go through the path successfully, you're going to use all of your Clash Bomb weapon energy.
Oh, wow.
So you have just enough
to get you through?
To get through the barriers you need to break and the sensors. So if you run out, it's game over, Johnny.
Oh, wow.
So I just used an E-Tank there just to refill my health. And that's it. And you can see it completely depleted my weapon energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can only break 2 of those barriers.
So if you were to die, can you get that weapon energy? Do you get that weapon energy back? Or
Yeah,
are you
but
just
you're gonna
screwed for the game.
You're gonna have to farm it back.
Oh, okay.
From those walkers.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Which is not easy.
Yeah.
So I think this is the quote-unquote last stage in the game, which is the
Wily stage?
Yeah, it's a refight between all the Robot Masters.
Yeah.
But now you have all the weapons, and you've already been through it before, so you know the path to...
This is the one where I think I found that like the metal blade is actually effective on most of the enemies.
Yeah, it is. And this is like your final chance to try, that weakness on the enemy that you didn't have the first time. So the first one you started on.
Yeah.
So you can use the leaf shield on Airman as opposed to the Mega Buster. So just a charge shot for Woodman. And you're gonna get a large energy refill
At the end of this.
after each one you defeat.
And there's no path to this one. Just find a path that you're not going to repeat.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have the weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
you have all the weapons, so it really doesn't matter. Like, I usually just go
Left to right.
clockwise or counterclockwise, yeah.
Have you ever tried to defeat these enemies with their own weapons?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. I think it's coming up next. Yep, so Metal Man's next. And I'm using the Metal Blade. In the Mega Man version, I think you just have to hit him once. In this one, yeah, 2 hits.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Metal Man's weak. Extremely weak to his own weapon. Flash Man's also weak to Metal Blade. I have to use Metal Blade because I'm out of Crash Bomb at this point.
Yeah, and there's no real sense in trying to replenish it.
You can't.
Just,
There's no weapon
oh,
refills.
okay.
So yeah, what you got is what you got for the rest of the game.
Now, Wily.
And now Wily. So Wily's gonna have 2 health bars. The first one I just used the Mega Buster to.
Yeah, that's a very basic pattern to try and play.
Pretty much, yeah. I just hug the left side and time the energy shots that are coming out, and then for this section I just spam Metal Blades. Because like if you can shoot diagonally, you don't have to move much.
Yeah.
And it's not the end. You escape.
False ending.
False ending. 80s false ending.
Extra. Yeah.
So this is really the final stage.
You have to face all the robot masters again.
Yep, so that acid does a ton of damage. You don't want to get hit by it. Take your time, slow and steady. And it turns out that Dr. Wily was an alien
Oh,
the whole time.
I
Surprise.
forgot that.
Yep, so he's going to travel in this figure 8 pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And just shoot at regular intervals. I like to try and go as far to the side of the screen as possible, just because it makes it easier to avoid the projectiles. He's weak to bubbles. So if you come across an alien,
Shoot bubbles at him.
just have your bubble solution ready. Because they're weak to bubbles. These bubbles are deadly to aliens.
If only they knew that in Independence Day.
Right.
Mars attack.
And for the world.
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. It was a robot.
What? So this is the pattern, or
Yep.
was that the cutscene?
That's pretty much the hitbox.
Okay.
Mega Man, you're the best. He's not Mega Man, he's Rockman.
Yeah. Shit. What game am I in? Now Mega Man slowly walks away.
I never understood this ending, but I always liked it.
Was this just the ending from Incredible Hulk, the like TV show movie?
He walks away from the camera
Oh,
as
true.
opposed to walking toward
into the
it, right?
camera. Yeah. I think we could put that music over this, and it would give a similar effect.
Yeah, I think I like this music a little better.
So, until next time, Mega Man. Did you ever see? There's a really funny YouTube show called Mega Man Dies in the End,
No.
and it's like trying to get Mega Man to kind of come out of retirement. And the first like scene, they're like, "Are you Mega Man?" And he's sitting there like chopping wood, and he has this giant beard. And he's like, "No, I go by just Man now." And they're like, "We need you to save the planet." So they like pulls his beard off and puts on his helmet.
Sounds very Rambo-esque.
Yeah. I think that's what they were going for.
So that's it. That's Rockman 2.
Awesome, well played. No deaths, right?
Yeah, this one
I
was
saw one in
deathless.
there. Good job.
On difficult.
Deathless on difficult. Can't beat that. Well, you heard it from our master gamer. But as for us, I think we're going to be signing off. Thanks for playing. I'm Tim.
And I'm Matt.
And make sure you do all the internet stuff of like, subscribe, follow us, share us. You know the deal. We'll keep putting out content if you keep liking it. So have a good week.
Thanks for watching.